The SEC championship, kind of a downer, kind of a bummer. Florida lost last week to LSU as a 25-point favorite. Florida's coming into this game 8-2. Alabama is rolling again. They just crushed Arkansas 52-3. That game wasn't close. It was 38-3 at half. What I was impressed by Alabama is nobody's really talked a lot about their offensive line. They've got one of the best offensive lines in the country. Najee Harris had 2 rushing touchdowns, but another young running back, Brian Robinson, rushed for 3 touchdowns against Arkansas. So they can throw the ball to the quarterback, Mac Jones. He didn't even throw for a touchdown, didn't need to. Put up great numbers again in this football game. If you look at him coming in, he was 24 of 29 in his last game against Arkansas. He's been hitting on all cylinders. They've got great wide receivers. Their defense is playing. Alabama defense. I look at Florida. They're one-dimensional. Yes, they can throw the football with Kyle Trask. Kyle Pitts is one of the best wide receivers / tight ends in the country. When you look at Florida coming into this game, they're limping into this game. Alabama's a big favorite at 17 points. I like Bama given the 17. I think they'll cover in this game. They've been rolling with the Tide, and I'm going to roll with the Tide here, 47-30.
Well, when you look at Alabama, they've only had one close game all year, Mark, and that was against Ole Miss when Ole Miss ran up and down the field. However, Alabama's defense is much improved. They're getting better. The thing Alabama has to do is stay balanced. They can run, as you mentioned, with Harris over 1,000 yards, and they have a great receiver, Smith, 1,300, and yet they still lost the best receiver in the country to an injury, but they don't miss a beat. I think that Mac Jones would be my vote for the Heisman. I'll tell you why. Because he's been there each and every week. When you look at Justin Fields or other people, maybe they play 5 football games. In addition to that, Alabama has outstanding special teams. Florida lost LSU, a game they should have never lost, Mark. Not because they're a 25-point favorite, but they stop LSU and the guy throws his shoe. That's just basically being being very selfish. I think what Florida has to do, they have to be patient. The problem with them, Kyle Trask is having a great year, but they can't run the football. If you can't run the football, you can't control the game. Florida cannot be intimidated, but they're not playing for the national championship. Had they won that game, they'd be playing for a national championship. Now they're playing for an SEC championship. That's a big difference. Alabama rolls 41-27.